Hi, it's Cheryl here today. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am participating in a Hocus Pocus challenge hosted by Crafty Kitty, and it's a 3-part challenge. You have to do a DIY or refurbish something you already have. The second part you have to make a dessert, and then the third part you have to show what you made in your dessert in your tablescape. So today I am making a sort of like a zombie skeleton, and I'm sure if you go to the Dollar Tree you've seen some of these little skeletons that's on a garland. So if you want to see what I do, stick around. I'll be right back. Okay, what you need for this project is, of course, one of these skeletons. I cut it off of the garland. And you need some tissue or napkin, and you need some glue. And I've poured some glue out into this bowl. And you need a paintbrush that you don't care about. And I picked these up from the Dollar Tree. They were 2 butterfly clips that look like they have spider webs on them. And so I've already taken the clip off the back of this one. And so I'm late getting in on this challenge, but I wanted to show you I've already sort of what I call corpsed out the skeleton. I took some glue and the little paper tissues, tore up, and just glued them to the skeleton, and then I painted the eyes and the teeth, and I had some hair from a wig that I glued on here. It looks kind of rough, but you could see the difference between this guy right here and this one over here. And so as I keep the string on it because I'm gonna hang it. And I'm not very good at making cones. I wanted to put a witch hat on it, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that. So I'm going to glue this on the back. It's going to be a Diyzombiefairy. So while I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up, I'm going to show you. I'll go ahead and make another one. I'll show you some of the steps in this. So all I did is I tore up little pieces of this paper, and I just tried to keep the string out of the way. So I just put a little glue, if you can see what I'm doing. Just put some glue on the head, and then I used a brush just like that with the glue on it. And this was a thin napkin. I kind of wish I used a thicker one. I corpsed out a hand last year, and one of the things you do to make it get the holes and everything is to use a heat gun. But since this is so small, I'm afraid if I use the heat gun, I'll burn I'll burn the head off. But this is all you do. And I'm sorry I didn't get to show you the whole thing. It would have took too long. And I was late. I live here in North Carolina. And as you know, we had that big hurricane. So I wanted to conserve all the power I had. We lost power, luckily for only 4 hours. When the hurricane hit, and so didn't know what else to expect. We even had a tornado warning twice, one on that day and one today. So you just keep putting on that, and then you let it dry. And what else I did was I took some paint and painted it with like blue for like veining, red for like bloodish areas, and then I covered it with a little bit of brown to make it look like it still had some skin on it. Now, another thing that I'm trying to make on this, but I don't know why I am not good at making cones. I wanted to try to make a little witch hat to go on this thing. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm going to try. So I cut out this little piece of black paper in a round circle. And so I'm going to try to glue that on there. Let's see how that works out. I'm going to let it set here. Oops. You see, the only way I can think of how to make a cone is to buy a birthday hat and use that as a template. See, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to let this set, and then I have plenty of pipe cleaners and little puff balls that I can put on this to cover up the hole at the top. I'm going to let this set and dry. And so I think my glue gun might be dry. Heated up enough. Look at the hair on the back. See, I want to put a hat on to try to cover up the raggedy head. So I'm going to go ahead and glue on this butterfly and move the string out the way. Man, that glue is hot. I burned myself several times yesterday. So I'm going to let that set. And I'm going to be back in a minute to put the hat on if that thing dries correctly. But I wanted to show you this other thing that I did. I had these napkin ring holders and some ribbons that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. So I got this with the gold and the spider webs, and I thought that was pretty. It's wire ribbon. And then I saw this. I think I got this at Walmart last year with the ghosts. And so I just took this round brass. I didn't glue it because I want to probably use this napkin ring again for something else. I glued it on the ends, but I just basically wrapped the napkin ring with the ribbon and then put this one on top. Crafty Kitty did some napkin rings, and I loved them. I want to make some like she did. But one thing I guess I could do, because I know I have some more of these if I can find them, just starting to decorate for fall/Halloween, as you can tell in my background. But if I glue these onto the napkin rings, I could do that. But that seems a little bit too big for me. That I was going to do that as my DIY, but I decided against it. But I thought these were cute. I could make it a little bit tighter if I glued it. But I don't want to glue it. Hot glue is pretty easy to come off. I guess I could. But I thought that was cute. So I'll be back in a second. Hopefully this hat will be dry and I can show you the final project. Hi, I'm back. I tried to make my little hat. As I told you, I can't make cones. I got too much glue on it. But that's all right because I had intended to put a little piece of pipe cleaner around it. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue on the edge, and then I am going to put that on here. Let me show you after I get it pressed down. So I just put that around the little hat, and the glue strings, I guess could be spider webs. And so on the top of the hat, you see that? I hope you can see that okay. I'm going to glue one of these little pom-pom balls that I have. I was going to use red, but since my tablescape is black and white, silver and gold, I decided to go for the white with the silver pom-pom. So I got that on the hat. Well, sort of. It wants to move on me. Okay, I got it on there. So now I'm going to go ahead while my glue gun is still fairly warm. I don't want it too hot. I'm going to glue it onto the head of the Diyzombiefairy. Alright, of course. Okay, here it goes. Okay. And I'm getting glue strands everywhere. Oh, good. The sun has come out finally. But I'm thinking we're still going to get some more rain until Wednesday, maybe. Okay, so glue that down. That scratching you hear in the background, that's one of my little pom-poms. I don't know why he wants to be scratching at the water dish. Now I could put some more paint on this hat, but I'm not sure if I will or not. Sometimes you gotta leave well enough alone. Let me move this bottle of paint out the way. Okay, so there she is, my little zombie. Try to get her up close. My little zombie, I guess you could call her an ornament. And like I said before, it was just one of these garland skeletons that you can get from the Dollar Tree. And tissue and glue, and you just put the glue and the tissue on it until you get it built up like you want. And then paint it whatever, you know, veins, blood, skin. And then one of these little clips from the Dollar Tree, the butterfly clip with the web. And then I'm just made this on the fly, this little witch hat. But there she is. I wanted to put her in a jar with some fairy lights, but I didn't have a jar that was tall enough. So that plan didn't work. But I hope you like this, and if you do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.